Hey guys, what's up and welcome. My name is Hol and today we're gonna talk all about my most recent trip to Milawa. Now if you've never heard of Milawa, don't stress, neither had I. But besides being an absolutely beautiful place to visit, it is smack bang in between Beechworth and Wangaratta in northeast Victoria. So yes, correct, basically in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, I had a fantastic time and I wanted to share some of my experiences here to prove that you can go on holidays and you don't have to spend a heap of money. You can go and do free activities, have an amazing time and enjoy some of the beauty that Victoria has to offer. So one thing I do try to reiterate in my videos is you do not need a lot of money to have a holiday and a good time. I'm a uni student with like not a lot of stable income. So proving my point that you can have an amazing time with what Victoria and Australia has to offer by simply having a pair of runners and a good attitude, and that'll get you a long way. But regardless, one of the most enjoyable experiences I had there was visiting Paradise Falls. Now Paradise Falls is about an hour away from Milawa. Beautiful location. It's in the middle of nowhere, but I highly recommend the drive. There's some really like awesome little stops and cafes along the way. So one of the other cool parts is it is heading into the wine tasting country. So if you're into that and you know, you're not right next to the Yarra Valleys, this is probably the next best region to go for. No, I should be doing it this way. Hang on. So, am I classy now? I don't know if that makes me classy, but I do highly recommend Paradise Falls. It is definitely worth a visit. There isn't a specific like pool there, but you know, between like going on a small hike to get there and back and being like 50 degrees in the Australian bush, I do recommend that you bring some bathers along and you just jump under the waterfall, and you know, it's nice, it's an experience, and I recommend that everyone does it. That was one of my definite favorite spots in northeast Victoria, little vacation that I went on. And if you go there, any of the waterfalls are absolutely beautiful, but that's one to definitely check out. So I have just arrived at the beautiful Paradise Falls at the Alpine National Park in northeast Victoria. Now I would have driven about an hour from Milawa to get here from where I am staying, and as you can see behind me, here are the beautiful falls leading into the rock caves. So it's quite a special walk. So I'm just soaking up and enjoying this absolutely beautiful location, and insert montage of a beautiful waterfall and a pretty hike to a beautiful location. that I recommend to do while you are hitting up Northeast Victoria is it's really hot all the time, every day. It's always nice and hot. So you're gonna want to check out a river or some kind of water system. Rivers are everywhere up there, so definitely jump in for a swim. This particular place we went to had a free camping site. So once again, if you want a holiday on a budget and you're in tents or you're on a caravan, there's usually always toilet facilities at free camping grounds, but be prepared for anything because free camping. Regardless, we had so much fun here and had a great chat with the people who were staying. We also found another border collie and she was beautiful. That was Sally, and we brought along Fred, which is Corey's dog. But definitely bring your dogs. And you know, it's funny when you get two border collies who are both terrified of water. Definitely safety first. If you are from outside of Australia or you've never been to an Australian river, one thing that you might know is there's always plenty of submerged branches and logs. So I do suggest that you tread carefully when you are swimming. Be really careful, and this particular one did have a really strong current through. So when we swam to the other side to go onto the swing that they had there, it was an exhausting swim, and it doesn't even look that far. So be really careful where you decide to swim out to, what's underneath you. If you are in Victoria, don't stress. There's no underwater eating animals. If you are in Darwin, don't get in the water. But without further ado, enjoy this little B-roll montage of this river we found. Now the other cool thing about Milawa is it is so close to Beechworth. We went there like 3 times. Beechworth is a time capsule of a town. Like, they have an emporium there. Like, how cool is that? It's like Ballarat, but it's been done a lot better. So it's truly feeling like you are back in the 1850s, and oh, it's so cool. There is a lot of museums around Beechworth, so it is Ned Kelly territory and country. So there's a lot of history about his story and his family story, and you can explore the jail that he actually went to. Unfortunately, on this trip, we missed the dates to go on that jail tour, but if you are up there, make sure you are there on a day that there's a tour. I have been in the past, and it's really cool to check out to see how prisoners of that era lived and their conditions and Ned Kelly's personal story. So if you are a little bit of a history buff and have an interest in history, I recommend that you do that. But Beechworth is iconic for its bakery, Beechworth Sweets & Co, I believe it's called. It's like a lolly shop there. And Beechworth Honey. Oh my god, go to all of them. Like, you have to go to all of them, especially Beechworth Honey, because they have this like tasting bar and you can get honey from like literally any plant that you want to, and you know you're getting it from a good source, and the people working at the shop actually explain to you where the honey's come from, where they've put the beehives, how it all works. And they actually have a little beehive system there, like through a window, so you can actually look at the bees doing their little thing and buzzing around, and it's kind of cool. A lot of places don't have that, so you know you're getting top quality honey. And if you are someone who's very mindful of where you're purchasing your animal products from, Beechworth honey, from what I can gather, is a relatively sustainable and ethical place to purchase from and support. But in general, definitely check out Beechworth, explore all that you can on Ned Kelly and his story. It is fascinating. If you're in Melbourne, you can also visit the old Melbourne jail, which once again is where he was hung and has his jail cell there, and it's pretty crazy, his story and everything that happened to him, so definitely check that out. But Beechworth is a stop to make if you're passing through. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and check that notification bell so you don't miss a beat. But until next time, I'll catch you all then. Bye.